Believe it or not, this Harbor Freight vise has actually been a pretty good buy. I know, Harbor Freight, but it's actually done really good for me for the last couple of years. The only issue that I have is it only has one vise and it's a little on the light side. Wouldn't be too bad, but my shop is small, so the location of that vise kind of puts me a little too close to the wall and other equipment. So I decided to add one. The first thing we're going to do is add a piece of wood to the apron because it's a little bit thin, and we want to make sure we have enough threads so we can really put a little force on the parts whenever we want to tighten down on them. To be honest, this piece of wood, I'm not really sure what it is. It kind of looks like poplar to me, but I'm not 100% sure. It's just something that I picked out of my stack of wood that was a little bit hard. I'm lucky enough to get a lot of my wood at work whenever we get new machines or parts from all over the place. Some of it's pretty good. That was one way to joint the edge, but if you're not completely confident in yourself, which most of us are not when it comes to certain things, this is another way to do it, using a shooting board. Pretty easy thing to make. Plus it'll keep your edges straight and true to the face. Now when it comes time to cut your threads on your dowels, you really want to soak your dowels in some oil like this for at least a day. That'll help prevent the threads from tearing out when it's time to cut them. I learned that the hard way. Remember to always stop before you come all the way through so you don't risk blowing out the other side. I figured I would add a couple of curves to the edges here. I think I tried like 3 or 4 different ways before I finally settled on one of them, but whatever looks good to your eye. Sorry about my big bald head here. I try to keep it out of the picture as much as possible. Figured I'd try my hand at a little bit of inlay here, add my logo to the vise. Making the handles here for the screws. If you don't have a lathe, it's no problem. You can use your hand plane. As long as you take your time, you can get them pretty close to cylindrical like. here she is in action. Works pretty good, little squeaky. Probably need to add a little bit of wax to the left screw. All in all, it wasn't that hard. Pretty fun project to make. Best part about it, you can unscrew it. It's not permanent. You can put it away. That way you don't catch a hip on it or whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching. And like my other favorite YouTuber, Danner Mate, said, be excellent to each other.